another Tuesday, another party. Yes, yes, yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Tashir Rasay. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 182 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to the packed house in here right now. It is a bunch of people in here. Good Lord. Let's see if we could actually give some shouts out real quick, man. The way this YouTube chat acts. Who we got? RTO Beats, Agent Smith 78, Darren is Ray, Ja Rose, QB, Quentin Barrett's back in the house with us, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, brother? Dixie Freely, TikTok Productions, Ja Rose, Slade 5000. Good Lord. I saw Dunnsworth earlier. I saw DJ D-Man earlier. Darren is Ray, Kane. Who else we got in here? No One You Know. My wife Samaya is in here as well. Freehand. Let me see. Netmaker is up in here. What's up, dude? A Northeast Beast was the first dude commenting. Mr. Fields, or just Fields, Papa Fields is in here. Black Mav is in the building. What up, Obsidian Blue? I didn't even see you, man. Welcome. I think that's about it for now. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. EST right here, youtube.com/Computer Music Academy, and we post the replay, the playback, the high quality version comes up on our website as well as YouTube the next day. What are we doing? All right. 182. And I like the reaction that I get when I send certain assignments out. And for anyone that's asking, a little behind the scenes, we send the assignments out on Sunday and they're due back that next Sunday. And by the time you come back to turn in your assignment, you got the next one already waiting for you. That's how we've set it up. So I love, like, you know, I would be like in a chat or something with a couple of cats, or get some emails or a tweet with a weird face in it, you know, that kind of thing. And we did this thing earlier in the summer that was actually very successful. I mean, it went well. And I said, okay, we got to do it again, but we got to tighten the grip a little bit. And we did that. So the assignment that I'm alluding to back in the summer was 120 minutes or less. And the object was to create your submission in really 2 hours, 120 minutes or less. It's whatever you have from beginning to end. You know, you set an alarm or whatever you got in that time frame. Doesn't matter if it's done. Doesn't matter if you mixed it. If you got your full idea out. Doesn't matter. At that point, you have to stop and send it in. Went over well. I said, okay, tighten the vice grip. Now, welcome to 90 minutes or less. This is going to be a good show. You know why it's going to be a good show? One, because we're catching people off guard. We're taking people away from that comfort zone of, oh, okay, I got 7 days. Number one. Number two, we have 18 submissions tonight, damn it. It's about to be a damn good show. Let's get it in, people. Starting out with this gentleman right here who has been doing his thing. Let's go ahead and get started with my man representing Zurich, XZ Beats. Man, man, man. This dude XZ has been wilding out since he's debuted, doing nothing but good business, man. That's one thing I can say about dude. He has been killing it, and I'm looking for his submission right now. There we are. Got a bunch of them. He says, this is on the rather soft note. Hope you enjoy, XZ. Yeah, this was dope. This was funky. I like the synth action because this was all synth as far as like the bass and high synths, and there was like some pads or string machines in there. Very, very dope. I like the tempo. I like the feel of it. And if you're doing this kind of stuff in 90 minutes, and I believe was he in the 2 hours? I'm not 100% sure. But if you're doing this kind of work in 90 minutes, man, that's what's up. This is really dope. I like the intro. I like the mix as well. Everything about this joint is actually pretty dope. And I have to give you a little bit more behind the scenes. I told the people, as I told them with the 2 hour joint, if this sounds just like everything else you do as far as the type of quality, how stacked it is, as far as all the different intricacies you always do, and the mix is great and all of this kind of stuff. If you turn that in and people will hear that, they will know you have cheated. So hopefully cats are on point and being very honest, and I'm pretty sure they will. You benefit none from lying, to this kind of challenge or whatever. But man, this is really dope, XZ. I'm loving all of the work you're submitting, my man, and looking forward to see if you do any kind of project or some licensing or something soon, man, because again, XZ is still very young. Dude is 19. Yeah. So got a lot of time, man. A lot of time. But yo, thank you for that, my man. Appreciate the submission this week. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on to number 2, the second debut of the night. This is a young man that came to us not that long ago. He's a big fan of the show and what we do, and said, screw this, I want to be a part of it, and joined. Now, making his CMA WHA weekly homework assignment debut, ladies and gentlemen, TikTok Productions. DJ Black Code, aka TikTok Productions. He says, this wasn't my best work, but here it is. I used Sierra Groove for the samples and drums and instruments from Machine. Hope y'all enjoy. Hashtag We Are CMA. You gotta love it. This dude made sure. He's like, I'm a member now. I get a chance to use that hashtag. That's what's up. Yo, hell of a debut. Hell of a debut. I enjoyed this track. This is really dope, TikTok. Yo, again, if this is the type of stuff you're doing in 90 minutes, when you have that time to really focus and put in work, I know for a fact it's going to be crazy. This I know. Look, from the moment it started with I think it started out with the piano. I could be wrong, but it was not the full beat in the beginning. Nice little intro. Beat kicks in, bass kicks in. Just from jump, this joint was very, very, very nice. That's what I want to hear. It flowed throughout, changing up a couple of different times. Actually, moving stuff and dropping stuff out. Around the 130, I believe, is where he actually took the main part out and switched it up to something entirely different. At least the melody, which is what I'm talking about. You got to break that up, man. So that was beautiful right there. I like to drop right after the 2-minute mark, bring it all back in the end, and just rolled it on out. Perfect. That's what I want to hear from this young man. And I do mean young man. TikTok, my man. Way to go. Excellent work, my man. Glad to have you and Student and everybody else who has joined lately on board. Welcome, y'all. Ugh. Good stuff. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's come up to the Metro Detroit area. Talk to this gentleman right here. I would call him the I guess, unofficial third member of Double Negative Peoples, but that's not my call. I know he's close and he's family, though. Ladies and gentlemen, no one you know. See, this is what I'm talking about. Sip of water for the working man. Shout out to Stone Cold. This is what I'm talking about. When you put people in a certain restriction, this is why I do the assignment the way I do it. But when you put people in a certain restriction, or, you know, it's almost like when you have impending doom or some kind of danger, it makes you react in a way that you may not normally react. And this is why I love doing this stuff. This guy went and did something entirely different from what we are used to hearing from him. And it was the same thing last week as well. I could not say that this was a no one track unless I knew for a fact, you know, I cannot say that I know that it's a no one track because it doesn't sound like anything else he's done. I'll say that way. This is dope. Very dope. Before we go any further. Okay, I tried to take the assignment serious, so I said 30 minutes per process. 30 on chops, 30 on drums, 30 to arrange and mix and master. Started at 8:45 a.m. Sunday, and as I write this, it is 10:20 a.m. I did not get to listen to any of the mix, just added the stuff I would usually add and mastered, so I hope it sounds decent. That's what I'm talking about, because even the mix sounds very good. Is it the best? No. Does it sound damn good? Yes. By far, it sounds damn good. But listening to what this dude did, and you know how no one gets down, this is damn near entirely different from what he normally does. I love the sample you chose. I love the chops. I love the kind of live drums that it sound like live acoustic drums that you added to it. And then I'm trying to tell you, I love, and anybody that listens to my music can probably back this up, I love hi-hats, tambourines, and like ride cymbals hitting on the 2 and 4 with the snare. And he had that pop in here. He had the open, I think that was an open hat that was hitting. Perfect. This joint was dope, no one. That's 2 weeks in a row you've really just jumped out of the box and been killing it. Bravo, dog. Bravo. Please continue. Again, I'm going to tell you like I told you last week, wherever you went for this, continue to go back there. Please. This is dope. Very dope. Thank you for that, dude. Good Lord. We're having a damn good show, man. There's some people I have not shouted out. I don't know if I shouted out Gemini 4D, Jamari Mack, Mike Notes. I think I got everybody. Drake Bach is in here. I think I got everybody for now. Thank y'all for coming out and rocking with us, man. Greatly appreciate you. Let's keep it moving, man. I'm going to head over to Chicago for a little bit. Holla at this cat. This would be week 3 for him, I believe. And let's see what he's doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Afterlife. I'm gonna go ahead and take a note from RTO. He said, "Do I need to state the obvious?" Talking about those Chicago liars. We have another one on board now. This dude, Afterlife, is dope. Dope. And what really pisses me off about him is, like, I was telling some of the fellas, mainly I was telling Agent Smith, I'm like, yeah, we got another Chicago liar on board. He's like, oh, word? What's his name? I want to go look him up. And when we went and looked up his name, looked him up on SoundCloud, and he didn't have any damn tracks. I was just like, come on. Luckily, dude is incredibly dope so far. This is 3 in a row. Just heaters. Really, really dope. Didn't actually type anything in the submission. Points off for that. No, I'm playing. This was stupid. Really, really, really dope, Afterlife. I like the beginning. The intro, I should say. And then the way it actually kind of tripped into the main part of the beat. Almost a misdirection. Almost. But once it kicks in, it grabs your attention instantly. It's just like, whoa. Because I think I was drinking water at the time. And it was like, whoa. I wasn't expecting that. This is dope. Nice, slow tempo, nice groove. I love the instruments that were used. I like the programming and sequencing, so to speak. The mix on it is very dope. One thing I really got to give him props on is the track itself. After the fade is only like 1:40, which that's cause for me to hate you, but really appreciate what he did at the same time, because he actually had different stuff happening in that 1:40, or even less than that. It's like 1:20 before the fade starts. This dude had, again, like I said, almost like stuttered or tripped into the beat and drops and, swells and whatnot. And then I want to say it's around like the 1 minute or so. I don't know. It didn't sound like it was Marvin Gaye. It could have been another alternate version or whatever. I think that's of Inner City Blues, that one part. Or it could have just been some other place where he sampled that from. Either way, this was dope. Very dope. And that's what this assignment is all about. Not necessarily having the best product when you finish that 90 minutes, but maximizing that time, optimizing it, getting the best that you can out of that. And I got to give it to Afterlife. He definitely handled his business, man. Props to you, my man. Please come back. Please continue to submit, because we need more of that in our lives. At least I do. Thank you for that, my man. Good Lord. Ron B. Shout out to Ron B. I don't know if I shouted him out when I was giving shouts out. Shout out to him. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's go to this dude right here. He just got back. Oh, I forgot where the hell he said he just got back from vacation. I want to say Cuba, but I know I'm wrong. Anyhow, he's back. He's submitted this week. And he actually started off when we were in the pre-show talking about some, I got a whack beat for you this week. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's go holler at my man, Ja Rose. Okay, so let me give y'all a little history, a little backstory. So around this time last year, maybe slightly earlier, is when Ja came. And happy anniversary to you. And I don't know why. I can't remember why I said this when I was introducing him. But you sure you're not from Chicago, man? Because you're a damn liar. You are a freaking liar, dog. For anybody that remember that show last year when he first made his debut, for whatever reason, I was like, yeah, representing Chicago. I don't know why I did. He's not from Chicago. But that being said, bringing up to present day, yeah, you're a damn liar. This was crazy. Holy crap. This dude made sure he walked into the chat, I think before he even said hello. He's like, yeah, man, I got a whack beat for y'all tonight. Shut up. He said, first 90-minute beat, wow, it was more difficult than it sounds. The sample was chopped using Serato's sample. Bass and vocal chops were done in Contact. Drums were programmed in Machine. Man, this was crazy. Yo, I liked everything about this track. And I'm looking at the wave and I'm listening to, remembering how it sounded when I was listening to it. The mix on this joint is nice too, man. Yo, whatever you were doing, I'll just leave it at that. Before you created this joint, I want you to go back. I mean, Ja is dope to begin with. Ja has been growing since this time last year. Every time he submits, he's growing and getting better and getting better. This year in particular, he has been doing some crazy stuff. I mean, what was that? Mr. Magic that we did, the Grover Washington Jr. sample mutilation. And this dude turned that into a roots reggae song. Let's never forget that, please. But this was stupid, Ja. Dog, I like everything about it, especially at the 20 when the bass kicks in. Woo, God. The different phases of the song, because there was stuff moving around and, being muted and whatnot. This was crazy, dog. And again, you're a damn liar. Thank you, Ja. Good Lord, man. Cats are showing the hell out. Good Lord, man. Let's go on over here, man. I'm going to go on over to the DMV real quick. Holla at my brother. Good to finally have him back amongst the living as far as turning in music and whatnot. It's one of my favorite people, man. I'm very interested in hearing what this is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, Netmaker. This dude is out of his damn mind. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I don't know if he's actually said it himself. Apologies if I missed that conversation. But myself, I'm going to name this dude's style and I'm going to call it space hop. Because this dude has some interdimensional galactic craziness going on. I mean, that's what he does, and he does it well. He definitely has his own sound and style. So shout out to Space Hop. He says, "Sup fam, decided to join in on the foolishness this week. I followed the instructions exactly using a stopwatch to time my session. This was all created in Ableton Suite via the Push 2. I used a few pads and a synth bass while sprinkling a bit of my other, of my otherworldly vibes into this mix. See? Hope you guys like it. Peace, Netmaker. Hashtag microwave Monday. Hashtag we are CMA. Brilliant. Yo, this was dope, man. This was dope. It's hard to really describe what's going on in this joint. It's a lot of filtering and oscillating, and then he didn't mention the 404, but it sounded like it had some, kind of 404 kind of pitch down and delays and stuff like that. Don't care. Doesn't matter. This was incredibly dope, Nat. Dare I say, probably your best submission to date? Possibly. I got to go back and listen to the other joints. But this was incredibly dope. I like the beginning. I like the first phrase, so to speak. You had it drop out at the 1 minute. And then at like the 1:15, it's like he has some extra, because he already had a drum break in there. But it's like he has some extra drums in there because the wave goes from here to here, basically. And that's the part that's really dope. And that goes on to like the 2:10 or so like that. Drops down a little bit and comes back with the original phrase. And it's dope. Incredibly dope. Bravo, my man. Glad you got the studio back up and running. It would be dope to have you submit a little bit more. Just saying it. Just saying. But nah, incredibly dope, my brother. Good to see you. Thanks for submitting. Talk to you in a minute. Thank you, man. Let's keep it moving, man. Since we're in this phase of people that kind of came in around the same time, now here's another gentleman that I stayed on him for a minute. I remembered it was a couple of weeks ago on my live stream. I was just like, dog, what's happening? He finally jumped in. That submission was dope. Everybody was on point with it. So now let's see what he did this week. The only member of the crew to have a YouTube plaque. I don't know how I feel about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Slade 5000. Woo! Good Lord. Slade 5,000. Yo. This guy is out of his damn mind. Before I go any further, I got to call out a couple of joints in the chat. First of all, TikTok was like, ooh, he cheating. And then Darren was like, man, somebody call this dude an ambulance because he's sick. Yo, this was crazy, Slade. Holy crap. And I've heard a decent amount of Slade's beats. This is unlike anything I've ever heard from dude. Holy crap. He says about 90% organic. There's one sample with a few chops. 90 minutes went kind of quick, as it should. I burned through a good amount of time just looking through sounds. I wanted to tweak a few things and flesh out a proper arrangement and mix, but time. Dog, this was dope. There is nothing wrong with this track. If you decide to go back and kind of, tweak the mix a little bit, cool. As far as a finished product, I think you have it. Straight up. This is crazy, Slade. Holy crap. Dog, the intro was really dope. That the kind of piano, electric piano kind of thing. Synth, I should say, electric piano, however. But that going into when the actual beat comes in and the bass and the other instruments come in. But yo, what really, 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 really makes this beat dope is, I want to say around the 45 second mark. It's basically the halfway point of the verse is when the claps come in. That's dope. Really dope. But then that goes back to where right around the 120, I think that is where it drops out. And it kind of plays around with the beginning elements. Comes back in around the 135, and you got this horn blast at this point, and it's kind of continuing the same groove, which is dope. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. But yo, I think it's around the 2-minute mark where that, again, the halfway point of the verse, where not only does the clap come in, he rearranges the chops for the piano kind of thing. That was dope. Holy crap. That's what I'm talking about, man. Slade. Bravo, bro. I need you more often, man. Come through. You doing stuff like this, we need you way more often, bro. Please, 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 please. Please, please. Get my Eddie Murphy on. Dog, thank you for that submission, Slade. That was fire. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Woo. All right. We have officially made it to the halfway point of the show. Hope y'all are enjoying it, man. Thank y'all, everybody that's watching right now. Let's take a look at the chat. Is there somebody we need to call out? What up, Rogus son of Nat Turner? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming through, hollering at us. And anyone else that's watching, because, not everybody that watches, actually participates in the chat. So if you are watching live or you're watching the playback, thank you. We greatly appreciate your support. And tell a friend. Tell a friend. Let them know what's going on over here. Let's go holler at this guy now. This dude has been very impressive over the last few weeks. Eager to see what he did this week. Ladies and gentlemen, Kane. Yeah, like I said, dude's been doing work. Kane, ladies and gentlemen. For this, I used an NI expansion for the drums. For the sample, I used a sample from Horace Silver, a song called Lonely Woman. So, all right, that's what's up, man. Peace, Kane. Yo. There it is. That was dope. That was really, really dope. And to kind of go back to, I think it was last week or was it the week before, where I was kind of, I talked to him about you can have that main element of the song, but you got to break it up. And that's something he definitely did this week, where it wasn't the entire, 2 minutes. And it looked like it was about 2:30. It wasn't that. He actually had times where he muted it out or took it out, switched it up real quick, brought it back. And that's cool. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I really like everything about this joint. I like that main loop. I like the drums. The only thing I would, and it's not that I don't like it, the only thing I would say, the mix is just a tad bit hot because I had to turn everything down. Just be careful of that in the future, for your own purposes. But everything was really dope in this joint. The bass, the drums, the sounds of the drums that you used, really dope. And he always has really dope drums. I give him props on that. Like I said, the bass and the main loop. There's a couple other elements going on where it was like stuff reversing, like you heard it right at the end. This is dope, Kane. I'm loving what you're doing, man. And just continue on that path. Continue doing that stuff and experimenting and, just continue. Continue. Dog. Very, very dope, Kane. Good to have you on board. Real talk, man. Thank you for that. Talk about somebody else I really enjoy having on board. You know who I like having on board? The couple light-skinned brothers we have. Here's another one. Representing Cali, L.A., I think, roundabout. Let's see what he's doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Dunnsworth. Man, look. See, if you listen to a decent amount of my stuff, I like keeping stuff simple yet dope. And this is exactly what I'm talking about here. This is dope, Duns. He decided to try organic after hearing Gemini's submission. It's okay. Who am I kidding? It's terrible. Not lavish in the slightest. Yo, this dude is clouded. This is dope, Duns. Dope. I like everything about this joint. I like the drum programming, the swing, especially on the hat. I like that. The synth bass, that was dope. The pianos, I think there was like some pads going on in there. Dope. There was different areas where he was dropping stuff out and changing stuff up a little bit. This was dope. Simple yet effective. Perfect. There's nothing else for me to say, Duns, except for, damn, I wish you would get in here more often. And I know you have been trying, so, I just need you to continue. Keep it coming, bro. Very dope, though. Very, very dope. Way to go, Duns. And major shouts out to all of my people who are over there in that area of Cali, because I know they've been dealing with this ridiculous forest fire over there that's been going on for a little over a week or so now. And hopefully you guys aren't inhaling too much smoke. So best of luck to y'all over there for real. So yeah, let's keep it moving, man. Let's come back. Let's deal with another liar. My man, Agent Smith, 78. As I said, liar, liar, pants on fire. Agent Smith, 78. And see, here we go. A little suspect, but the mission was completed. Grabbed a Polish jazz song and did what I could. That's dope. I would have never thought that it was a Polish jazz song. Definitely not suspect. Definitely not whack. And again, if this is 90 minutes, and I know 90 minutes is not the greatest amount of time to get anything done, but it's not about perfection. It's about optimizing that time. And if you do it more consistently, you'll be able to bang out a lot more, a lot easier if you get in the habit of restricting yourself to a certain time. Like, that's the reason why the WHA, okay, a little behind the scenes, and this is taking it back a little bit. After the first year, and I'm calling them out, I'm calling every single one of them out. After the first year, Cass was like, yeah, man, you should probably increase it to 2 weeks. Well, why not just increase it to a damn month? The whole purpose of having a deadline is that you have something to look forward to, as opposed to if you did have a much longer time, you're going to procrastinate and not get it done. If you have a deadline, that's somebody that's major coming to you saying, I need music for this by this in this particular time frame. That's why I have this set up the way I do. That's why we do these different type of assignments. It's not just chop a damn sample and send it in every week. And shout out to those lame ass podcasts. That's all that they do. We do it a little differently over here. But bringing it back, in that 90 minutes, you're restricted from that 7 days down to 1 day in literally an hour and a half. And the whole purpose of this exercise is to optimize what you do in that time. The first time you do it, you might not be the greatest, but if you continue to do it more often, then you will be able to bang out a lot more, a lot quicker. That's what it's all about. Because people told me after we did the 2-hour joint that they continued to do the 2-hour joint. And you could actually see that they were getting stuff done a lot quicker and being able to do more in that time. So that's what this is all about. And AS, what you did is dope, as always. I'm so tired of this dude just, it's mad okay, Tashir. Shut up. Shut up. Nah, bruh. This is dope. I like the way you chopped it. I like the way you actually rearranged and flipped some stuff around in different parts. And then it's only a minute and 20 before the fade. And a problem with that. Because if you, as is another thing that I've said many, many times on the program, if you don't have anything else to say, shut it down. I can't stand when people, they do everything within, let's say, the first 30 seconds, but then they extend the track to 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And it's just like, why? You didn't do anything else. So props on this, my man. Major, major props. As usual. And a big shout out AS to you. Hashtag, my man. Let's keep it moving, man. Going on over to the DMV. Holla at one of my peoples who's been around for a while, and he continues to turn in dope music. Let's see what he's doing this week. This is Ray Jean. Yo, before I go any further, that filter on the snare with a delay at the end, nice touch, nice touch. He says, I started at 5:30 p.m. And finished everything at 6:45 p.m. Figured I'd better send this in before I started messing with it. LOL. Woo! Ray Jean, as usual. Dude has really been killing it. And as far as like the, what would you call that? Oh, dang it. I'm losing the term, but it's like R&B type trap stuff. He's really dope at that. Really, really, really dope at that. And this is another heater. I really like what he did here. And you could tell listening to this versus listening to some of his other submissions. Yeah, he definitely, at least it sounds like he felt limited because he didn't do as much gymnastics, so to speak, as he may in some of these other joints. But man, this is still very dope. Intro, verse, hook, verse with a little, kind of bridge, so to speak. Take it on out. Dope. Very dope. Everything sounds good. Everything is used properly. This is what I'm talking about. Bravo, Regine. As usual. Bravo, my man. Y'all are clowning tonight, man. Absolutely clowning. Northeast Beast. Trap Soul. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. Northeast Beast is in the house. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for supporting the family. Let's keep it moving, man. It's going down slightly south. East Coast, but slightly south. Holla at this brother right here. We call him Sir Ronald Beastly. Ron B. I need my church fan for real. Good Lord. Hindsight from the last time we had this assignment allowed me to prepare better getting in the studio to start on this track. I decided to chop up Southern Man, performed by Mary Clayton. I sampled the kick, snare, and hi-hat from two totally different songs and also performed by Mary Clayton. The claps and tambourines are from Machine. Preparation is everything. 90-minute challenge completed. The hardest part was interruptions from my wife and son. Don't disturb a producer when he is in the lab. Yeah, exactly. Don't mess with me. Hey, I love my wife dearly. 11 years plus. Hey, when I'm down here, Don't even mess with me, yo. Yo, Ron Beastly, as usual, beastly. Good Lord, dude. Well, I don't know. I unfortunately I don't know anything about Miss Mary Clayton, and I've never heard the original, song that he used called Southern Man. I don't know if it's actually a church song or at least has church elements. I don't know, but I will tell you this: it definitely sounds like it. The way this dude chopped everything, the way he programmed his drums, especially the fill-ins. Holy crap, yo. And then you sampled the drums from the records as well? Stupid as usual, man. Bravo. I ain't got nothing else to say. This was dope. I'm moving on. Thank you, Ron B. Good Lord. Woo. Y'all are clowning tonight. Bravo. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's head back over to Cali, LA area. Holla at my man. See what he's doing this week. Gemini 4D. Get my Ric Flair going in this joint. Woohoo! I made 2 submissions and set a 90-minute timer for each one. I made one with the sample and one organic. I asked Dunnsworth which one I should submit, and he chose the organic beat. So that's what you got. An organic beat made in 90 minutes with machine expansions and complete 10. 90 minutes goes by damn fast when you're in creative mode. Hope y'all liked it. Hashtag we are CMA. Bruh. I don't know. I could be wrong. No. Okay. No. I'm about to say something incorrect. I was about to say I don't think I've ever heard a completely organic joint from Gemini, but I know that's false. Because the Walking Dead joint that he did last year, that was all organic, and it was incredible as well. This joint right here, dog. That's one thing I really appreciate about Gemini. He has that West Coast bounce. His drum work is always, his drum work and drum selection are always really, 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 really dope. I like that, as usual. But when it actually kicks into the music, oh my God, the electric piano with Rhodes and the bass. There was some other synth elements in there and a couple different parts. That's all I got to say. Very, very dope. One of my favorites of yours, Gemini. Would not mind seeing you go here more often. Real talk. Really, really dope. Same thing for Duns. I enjoyed his as well. Would not mind seeing both of these joints on the upcoming project. Shout out to Dun Gems. Thank you, Gemini. As usual, very, very dope. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You should know what time it is by my demeanor. You should know where we're going next. The gentleman that always clowns, always brings something fresh and new, and just has everybody wondering what the hell is wrong with him. He's insane is what's wrong with him. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, my brother, Black Mav. I hate Black Math. I absolutely hate this dude. I hate him with all my heart. Yo, I hate this dude. I legitimately loathe, despise this dude. How is he so damn dope? WHA 182, glad to make it through. Not a fan of what I submitted, but this type of assignment can have that effect on the outcome of your track. Hope you dug the effort. Hashtag we are CMA. I freaking hate this dude, man. And then to get that, man, this ain't. See, you doing that AS crap. Nah. Only AS can do that. You're invading on his market right there, dog. You can't be doing that. on his territory. I'll say that. Math, whatever that sample was, holy crap, dog. That was a perfect choice of sample. And then the way you chopped it, and then the drums, stupid. I think it sounds like he actually played the drums on that. I could be wrong. Doesn't matter. Incredibly dope. Bassline. That bassline was absolutely stupid. Oh my God. It's something about them DMV cats. And, and I tried my best not to compare people's styles and whatnot. But I love what they're doing over there, man. Shout out to Kev Brown. This is one of my favorite dudes and a very inspirational dude. But, like, he's the first time I kind of heard the DMV sound, so to speak. And then I get to hang around cats like Mav and Netmaker and, several other people. Mental. A few others I'm just blanking out at the moment. But this dude right here, Mav, is something special. He's out of his damn mind. This is crazy, dog. Another dope joint to add to the collection. And I know if you're going to add this to one of your upcoming projects, you'll probably tweak it a little bit. Honestly, I don't think you have much work to do. I'll just leave it at that and move on. But glad to have you back hanging with us this week. Whew. Thank you for continuing to submit and just give us stupid, mind-boggling stuff to discuss. Thank you, dog. Woo! Let's take it over to the Midwest. Holla at my brother right here who has been, again, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite musicians who continues to impress. Let's see what he's doing this week. Ladies and gentlemen, Dixie Freely. Now, please understand when I tell you that I mean what I say when I say Tuesday is my favorite night of the week. because I get a chance to do this and listen to so much dope music. I have the coolest job, if not one of the, if not the coolest jobs in the world. Period. All right. What up, TR? Like before, this was definitely a challenge. According to my stopwatch, I was rendering around the 80-minute mark. Although I can do much better, I do like this one better than the first one we did under the time restraints. This time around, I used a different machine expansion kit instead of spending a lot of time looking around for sounds. The drawback this time, I was learning the MK3 while making this. But hey, I made it. Until next week, hashtag we are CMA. Later. Stupid. Very stupid. Dixie, if you have not really picked up on it, Dixie, at least this year, has this thing with like a throwback late 80s, early 90s kind of R&B feel with a lot of his tracks. And it's hip hop, but he has that really, really dope texture to it. I'll say that. I really enjoy what he's doing, because another thing, we talk about this fairly often, is he's using a lot of retro synths now. So he gets that sound of that time period. And man, every week, this dude is just cranking out beautiful music. Whether it's something like this, that's kind of, nice and sweet for your baby, you know what I'm saying? Y'all riding around listening to something like this. Or it's some of his other weeks where he's doing like, kind of cruising music, riding slow, nothing but bass in the trunk, that kind of thing. And he does it all. But man, whenever he does it, he's killing it. I really enjoy what Dixie is doing. This is another great week for me. I really enjoy the path that he took to this particular submission. And I guess I'll ask him later, but we were hanging out, a few of us, we were hanging out over the weekend, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna work on my WHA right now. Like, what? While we're doing this? I wonder if he actually stuck to that or not. But either way, this is dope. I like the synths really, and the notes he's playing and melodies he's playing really sets his work off. So I like the chords, and I like the melodies that he had going on, the different instruments that he chose, and just how this joint is really arranged as a full song. Intro to the verse, and then hook, and then drop it down, bring it back, build everything back up, bring it back to the main part, fade it out. Dope. Very, very dope, Dixie. Thank you for another great week, man. That's stupid. Sheesh. Y'all have been killing, man. I am very appreciative of all of my people who are members at CMA. More specifically, those who contribute and contribute on a regular basis. Greatly appreciate y'all. And appreciate everybody that watches and comes through and support us. We greatly appreciate you as well. That being said, we have made it to the final submission of the night. What more needs to be said except for this is RTO Beats. then it just cuts off. Like somebody hit the light. Good night. Good Lord. RTO Beats closing out episode 182 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. And all he says in his submission, with 1 minute to spare, hashtag we are CMA. My man. Dog, this was so crazy because at first I was like, oh man, I think he played this out. And I think it's like around the 45 second mark where it goes into this ridiculous chord breakdown. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my God. It is just like at that point, the whole track reality shifted. After that, I think it's around the 1 minute or just after where the track like damn near changes into something completely different. The drums are the same, but if I'm not mistaken, the chops were completely different and he had other elements in there. Like there was like a going on. And this is stupid, RTO. That's what I'm trying to say. This is insane. He even had some other stuff happening. I think it's around the 130. It's just like, this is what I'm talking about, man. The thing that really annoys me is when people come to CMA and they just sit there. A little behind the scenes again. When you come to CMA, when you join CMA, you have to talk to me. You have to. So in these conversations, I'm always asking, hey, how did you, what brought you here? What are you looking to do? Blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people say, yo, I'm trying to get into the podcast. And then they will sit there for a year, 2, never submit. It annoys the hell out of me when that happens because you could be, you can come watch some videos. You can come be a part of the community. That's not going to help you if you don't lift a damn finger to actually put towards your craft. And it's like the other thing along with that, a lot of times is it could be fear. Man, and I give them this credit. There are some really talented people at CMA. I mean, everybody we played tonight is crazy. But I know they sit back and like, I don't know if I want to submit. I'm not going to sound great compared to them, blah, blah, blah. But if you just sit in the corner and let everybody else do their thing, you're never going to evolve. You're never going to get better. You're never going to get on their level if that is the goal that you seek. You have to jump in at some point. I mean, you can continue paying me. Fine, but it's not to your benefit. So that message goes out to everybody that's just chilling, who have not submitted yet, or who submit like once every 6 months or something like that. If you're not doing it on your own, and then you're not doing it with us, you're not getting anything accomplished with your craft at all. And what's the point? All right, ran over. I'm done. RTO. Another banger. Way to kill it. 90 minutes with 1 minute. 89 minutes. 1 minute to go. Another banger. Another ill submission. Thank you for that. Good Lord. Shout out to everybody that came through and participated tonight, man. Y'all are incredible. And y'all do this. Many of you do this every single week. And I'm eternally grateful that you actually like the concept and you actually participate and you're learning and gaining from it. So that makes me feel good. Appreciate all of y'all. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. EST right here, youtube.com/Computer Music Academy. And we upload the replay, the high quality version, because this is okay, but the high quality version tomorrow is going to sound way better. That comes up on Wednesday at youtube.com/Computer Music Academy, as well as computermusicacademy.com. And if you would like to be amongst the great talent pool at CMA, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It's that simple. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. It is way too many of y'all. So shout out to everybody that participated. Shout out to everybody that watched live. Shout out to everybody that watched the playback. We greatly appreciate you. Bring friends next week, or at least share the podcast with somebody you know that is really looking for some really dope music to listen to, or if they're actually an artist and they're looking for production, you got to come holler at us. But let them know this is where it's going down. Love you all. And done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll talk to you next time. See ya!